Need to try something new when it comes to declutter and organization in the craft room? Welcome to Mediocre Arts and Crafts Non-Mari Method, also known as Spark Joy or Get Out. Step 1. Make a list. Like any multi-phase plan, it's best to get started by reflecting. What are your goals? What do you need to thoughtfully consider? And what does done look like for you? Here is a list of 14 categories that I will be considering during my purge. Your list might be a lot different from mine, shorter, longer. In the coming days, when you get stuck, this list will remind you where you're focusing your efforts. Step 2. Nail down your crafty identity. With a multitude of options on the market now, the best way to ensure that you have fun every minute that you spend in your craft space is to have favorites. Know what you love and focus on those things. I have favorite brands, themes, techniques, and even favorite paper designers. Those I gravitate to first and enjoy most. It doesn't mean I don't have other nice things, I just limit them. If you love cute and kawaii like this, but even cuter, yeah, like this. You probably don't need a lot of fancy foil paper and tools. I want to smush this guy with my face. If you're more partial to what's elegant and refined, this guy is crazy elegant. You might not keep a ton of papers that feature cartoon elves or forest animals and beanies and scarves. No, it's just showing off. If you want to create projects that people can identify are yours just by looking at them, that means you have found your crafty ID and it's working for you. Step 3. Stop, don't shop. We need to purge first and organize later. We'll get to organization in a bit. Step 4. The purge. Let's clear away things we don't want or need, so that we have more manageable stack of things to deal with when we're ready to organize. And of course, the most important part of step 4 is knowing that some of your stuff belongs in this bin rather than the donate bin. Purge rule number 1. Keep it if you want it. You heard me right. I'm not here to tell you that you have too much stuff. But if you've watched this far and decided that you do, just remember it's okay to have a few things. Especially if those things are seafoam colored yarn. Here's a list of things that I won't be worrying about during my purge. These are things that I either don't want to think about or that I've given myself permission to keep. Quilling paper, retro paper, rulers, cartridges, pens and pencils, paints, and dyes. Rule number 2, sort it out. When you go through your washi tape, put all your washi tape on the table. Have a visual of how much you truly have, and this can be the best reminder that it's okay to get rid of some things. Look at all the space we're making. Purge rule number 3 is pace yourself. If you're watching videos like this one, it's likely that the process is a marathon and not a sprint. Take your time, hydrate, stretch. Don't make hasty decisions just because you would rather be done. Respect the process. Purge rule number 4, things go bad. Embossing powders, ink, adhesives. If you have more than you could ever use before it would get old, maybe you have a friend who could use some of it. This pen seems fine though. This is not a good example. I'm keeping this pen. Purge rule number 5, outer order, inner calm. When I walk into an organized room with a clean table to create, the process is so much easier and I'm more likely to get to work. Also, when you have 10 packs of decorator paper instead of 100, it's much easier to decide where to start. Rule number 6, you're going to buy more supplies. So repeat to yourself that you're clearing space with your crafty identity in mind. Now on to step 5, to organize. Once you're done sorting and purging and donating, it's finally time to organize. Maybe this nice man is going to come over to your house and help you move some boxes. Org rule number 1, broad strokes. Don't over-engineer it. Start by using the containers that you've likely just reclaimed because of your purge. Org rule number 2, identify prime real estate. Figure out what you reach for most and where you can put those things in arm's reach. Org rule number 3, the two-hand rule. I know it should be org rule number 2, but it's not. What's the two-hand rule? The two-hand rule is the rule of if I need more than my 2 hands to pull something from the back of the shelf, I'm not likely to grab it. So you have to plan accordingly. Items at the back of a stocked shelf should truly be things you rarely need or use. Is she going to offer us something to drink? Org rule 4, have a Gretchen. Gretchen Rubin taught me that it's good to keep an empty shelf. It reminds you that things are in order and that there's room to expand. Now, it doesn't have to be a vast wasteland of space. Maybe it's just one part of a bookshelf or one cubby in your cube organizer. It can represent where you could store new hobby supplies or new cats. Org rule 5, no impulse buys. I have a set of matching wire baskets that are super duper cute. But the thing is that they have holes and stuff falls through them. Although cute, they aren't versatile for me. Just like a straw basket pokes me and makes me angry. No one needs organization that makes them angry. So realize the things you've had in the past and maybe you're still using, but don't want more of. Because org rule number 6 is measure twice, purchase once. Note the sizes of containers you need, what types you're looking for, and where they'll be once you purchase them. This way, when you're shopping, you can remember what you need. Something with drawers for your pens, something with lids for stacking in the closet, and some acrylic bins that are open on top to put all of your new stamp sets in. Or rule number 7, if it's too big, you have to dig. But only tiny things fit in tiny containers. Make practical choices about where your containers will be when you're working out of them. A 40-gallon bucket of yarn is great for storage, but a 40-gallon bucket of paper and cardstock and enamel dots is heavy and unruly. And finally, step 6. Shopping is not a sport. Craft as you go and pace yourself. Buy the things you love and save some of that craft budget for later. Because one day out of the blue, Cartabella is going to drop a Stephen Duncan collection that you qualifies as a need. All right, who's up for the challenge? Give this video a like and comment what supplies you're going to purge first. My next video will feature my washi tape purge. Thanks for watching my video. Have a great day.